Good morning, I think. So it is the 6th. What? No. It is the 19th of August. It is the second day of FemmeFanTale. Yesterday I read Oh My Gods by Alexandra Shepherd, and I also squeezed in The Hand, the Eye and the Heart by Zoe Marriott because the two, in the 24 hours of the 18th, the two books could cross over and be used for Myth Take and for FemmeFanTale. I really enjoyed Oh My Gods. It's been a really long time since I've read kind of like middle grade fiction, but it was just so light and funny. I really loved the way that the gods' personalities were portrayed, and it had a really interesting storyline, and a very satisfying kind of resolve at the end. So I really enjoyed that. I think I rated it 4 stars. Then The Hand, the Eye and the Heart was not 4 stars. I read a lot of pretty poor reviews of it, people rating it 1-2 stars, so I'd got very low expectations going into it. Some of it was quite questionable, like the sudden announcement of cannibals, which isn't really much of a plot spoiler, so yeah. I have very mixed feelings about this book because I think if you ignore, like, one of my biggest issues with this book, like, I have a history degree, and historical accuracy is something that's important to me. So if a book is trying to be set like in a historical time period, then do your research, or just say it's loosely based, because the amount of inaccuracies within ancient Chinese society in this were mind-blowing. I mean, for starters, one of the whole issues with Mulan is that she is disgracing her family by going to war, and in The Hand, the Eye and the Heart, Zilan, the main character, she, like, has the support of her mother and father when she goes, which isn't particularly accurate. Another thing is the exploration of gender and, like, a non-binary character, I think is really poorly done. I'm not non-binary myself, so I feel like I'm not really the best person to comment on it, but it felt clumsily written. As someone who has gone on a journey of self-exploration and discovery, I just feel like it jumped from I am a girl to no, I can be both exceptionally quickly, and I don't think that a journey of self-discovery is quite that fluid. For me, it took years to figure out who I was, and, like, be okay with that, whereas it took Z or Zilan the space of a few weeks, and I just think that it was a bit unrealistic. Generally speaking, if you pretend that The Hand, the Eye and The Hand, the Eye and the Heart is a fantasy novel inspired by Chinese folktale, and completely ignore all of the gender discovery aspects, it's a decent read. It would be enjoyable. I might have rated it 3.5 stars if it wasn't for those aspects. There were some plot twists that were so ridiculous. I actually dropped a corn chicken nugget at some point, and laughed because it was so, like, far-fetched. But yeah, I have reservations when reading this book. I think it's a good book to read. I did enjoy reading it. but I couldn't have enjoyed it if I didn't completely ignore all of the contested aspects about this book. In terms of accuracy, like historical accuracy in terms of Chinese culture, I think it was very far off the mark from what I know of Chinese culture. And I think that it was a poor exploration of transgender self-discovery. But if you ignore all of that, it was an entertaining book. I enjoyed the plot twists and the relationships between Zilan and other characters. So yeah, I would rate this one 2.5 stars. It would be 3.5 if it wasn't for those aspects, but I wouldn't bin it off completely. So yeah, it is the 19th. I'm going to start Broken Throne. I've got a lot to do today though, so I don't know how far I'll get into that, but I'll catch up with you later today, hopefully. There's a cat attacking my toe! No, cat! Hey guys, so it is the 21st, I think. We're a couple days into FemmeFanTale. We're nearing the end, and I haven't done a lot of reading yet, so today will be a reading day. I'm going to carry on reading The Terracotta Bride, which I'm about 20 pages into, so I'm nearly halfway there, and then I can carry on reading Broken Throne, and we'll see how it goes. I'll check in later and let you know how much I've read, what I think, etc. It's a little bit later. I have read Queensong and I've just finished Steel Scars. I really enjoyed Queensong. Steel Scars was a little bit repetitive and I felt like not really a lot was happening, but it was really nice to see the way in which the relationship between Farley and Shade grew, because that's not really something that is addressed in the other Red Queen books, so that was really enjoyable. I've gone through and I've bookmarked where each story ends, so that I can see how close I'm getting with each story. So yeah, I'm gonna play some video games and then come back to reading. See you soon. Hey guys, I'm about to start reading again. I've just been catching up on BookTube. I've got some herbal tea and I've eaten an entire bag of cheese puffs, you know, like the giant ones. So yeah. So I'm sat here reading and this little muffin has come to join me. So I've run into a slight issue with my reading. if you can see, this little munchkin has decided to get settled on my book. So I'm going to take the opportunity to catch up on a little bit of booktube, maybe play some video games, and when and if she moves I can carry on reading, but she's just too cute to shift. Hello again. It's currently the evening and I'm snuggled up on the sofa under a blanket, having some time reading, watching a little bit of booktube. I have read the third story of Broken Throne. Not what I was expecting. I'm really enjoying Broken Throne so far. The first story, Queen Song, is about Cal's mum. And how she ended up becoming queen when she wasn't from like a really noble silver family. The second story was a little bit more repetitive and a wee bit dull. It was more about the Scarlet Guard and Farley and like Shade's relationship. The third one is like completely different. It's set with Captain Ash, who is a riverman, and he smuggles people out of Norta and to the disputed lands. So it's really interesting because it isn't something that popped up very much in the Red Queen series, or not that I can remember anyway. So that was an enjoyable story. There was a little bit of insta-love that seemed a bit far-fetched, but not far-fetched as in completely unbelievable, but there's such racial tension between Reds and Silvers, and like there are absolutely no friendly interactions between the Reds and the Silvers at the beginning of the story, and it all happens over kind of the course of 2 weeks. And like halfway through the journey there's like, ooh, she's smitten, ooh, he's smitten, and it's like, well, from a more realistic point of view, racially you hate each other because that is bred into you and it's what you've always believed and it's what you have experienced. So I just found that a little bit meh, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I'm about to start the next story. I'm well over halfway through. I reached the 300 page mark. So it is the 23rd. It's Friday. And the last couple days have been really unproductive. I still haven't finished Broken Throne. I mean, it's 25 to 2 and I'm still in bed. It was a bit of a late night. I still haven't finished Broken Throne. I did finish the fourth story, Ironheart. I've got less than 100 pages to go, but I'm not motivated. I still haven't read any more of The Terracotta Bride, but I could probably finish it in an hour. Yesterday I had to run 1,000,001 errands for different people. And then I discovered that my Xbox, that I thought has been broken for nearly 2 years, my housemate's Xbox broke, and I was like, well, maybe we can put the two together and make a working Xbox. So I plugged in my Xbox, and no, it works. There's nothing wrong with it. So I've just been really lazy. I've played video games yesterday. I really, really want to finish Broken Throne today. The fourth story is about Elaine and Evangeline, this gay couple who have been like gay in secret throughout the whole series. And it's about what they do like when they move to a place where they can be gay. And it was just so good. And the next story is about like the main protagonist throughout the series, which is Mare Barrow. I have low expectations because the last one was so good. But we'll see what we accomplish today. So it is now the 26th. FemmeFanTale is over. I did almost all of it. Been very, very busy the last couple of days, and I only got the chance to finish Broken Throne and the Terracotta Bride. So yeah, I think I did alright. I gave Oh My Gods 4 stars, I think. The Hand, the Eye and the Heart, 2.5. I did still enjoy it, you know, like, don't get me wrong. Broken Throne got 3.5. The Terracotta Bride got 3.5. So yeah, overall I think it has been a good week. See you when I see you. Bye.